John Nichols, the Washington correspondent for The Nation magazine, and a resident of fourth generation resident, John? Seventh generation resident of Wisconsin. We just had a long conversation with Congresswoman Gwen Moore, who represents Wisconsin, one of your members of Congress, the House of Representatives here in Washington, D.C.
You want to know something, Tom?
Go for it.
Gwen and I were born in the same hospital about a month apart.
Ha! Amazing.
We're both born in St. Mary's Hospital in Racine.
Well, here's another weird irony. She ran against Scott, what's his name, Walker here, and beat him.
Yes, she did. She did.
So she knows who this guy is. And she had some wild stories to tell.
You know that Scott's dad pastored my sister's church.
Amazing.
And so, my sister-in-law, and my sister's husband's family's church, if I make it complicated. But bottom line is, this is a small state, Tom. We all know each other.
Yeah. So and where's this?
When you bust unions, that really hurts.
John, what I'm hearing right now, there are flyers circulating. The emails are buzzing. I'm on a lot of these right-wing mailing lists. It looks like Dick Armey is pouring a few $1 million into getting buses to get Tea Party people from all over the Midwest into Madison to counter-demonstrate against the union folks this weekend and to hold a huge rally tomorrow or Sunday, most likely tomorrow.
I think tomorrow at noon on the State Street side of the Capitol.
The Tea Party rally.
Yeah, and he is more than welcome. Look, what we are saying is that the people of Wisconsin have taken the Constitution back. We are exercising our right to assemble and our right to petition for the redress of grievances.
First Amendment.
Dick Armey, exactly. If Dick Armey and his billionaires want to come out and assemble with us, we think that's great. The only thing that we ask is we would hope that they would bring along the people who are in charge, the people who are paying for the event. Let's get some of the hedge fund managers and the banksters and the billionaires out here and let them address the rallies.
That ain't, that's not going to happen. It's a shame there's not some way to easily and quickly wake up these Tea Partiers when they show up as to what dupes they are.
Well, I wish that they would listen to some of this because, one of the real core messages of these marches, and I will tell you, Tom, there are more people out today than yesterday. In fact, this is the largest crowd yet.
Right.
It's easily in the range of 40,000. And the message that has come through again and again is they came for the private workers with their free trade deals, with the shuttering of our factories, with really the destruction of the private middle class. Now they're coming for the public middle class.
That's right.
It's the same struggle. We say it again and again at all these events. There's no such thing as a public worker or a private worker. There's a worker. And workers should be treated well.
Mother Jones Magazine is reporting today that the Koch brothers have been one of the major funders of Walker to the tune of millions of dollars, much of it laundered through the Republican Governors Association. Do you think there's some credibility to the theory that what Scott Walker is doing, what the governor of Ohio is doing, what is happening, there's actually a long list of governors who are proposing similar things around the country, Robert Coles, Alberta Darling, Sheila Harsdorf, Luther Olson, that really what they're doing is something that came out of that strategy meeting 3 weeks ago in Rancho Mirage, defund the Democratic Party?
I think that might be a tad bit, it might be taking it one step further, because there have been rumors around for several weeks, even several months, that they might go after they might try for even a right to work in Wisconsin. So this dialogue has been afoot. It is very possible, very, very possible that the Rancho Mirage meeting loosened up some money, but it loosened up money for a plan that was already in play. Right. The one thing to understand is I've interviewed a lot of the Democratic legislators. They know the Republicans. And one of the people I know the best in the legislature is a senior Democrat. And he said one of the senior Republicans took him aside about a month ago, and he said, I heard you were taking a vacation in February. I would really recommend against that. I think something big is going to come down. And so I think this has been planned and coordinated for a while. And, it's not exactly rocket science, Tom. You know this. Citizens United was their first big victory.
Yep.
What Citizens United did was allow them to spend as much as they wanted to.
Yep.
The only forces at the state and local level that can mobilize a counter to that, and frankly, labor hasn't always been especially good at it, but that actually could, if they got their act together, get a physical human counter out, knocking on doors, doing a lot of politics on the other side, are the public sector unions. So it's no surprise that, they recognize that 1 + 1 = 2. Citizens United plus a defunding of, a destabilizing.
John, do you think that there's any possibility that I understand it's going to take 500,000 signatures in Washington to recall the governor, that we could see a Gray Davis situation here?
Well, we can't for a year. Under Wisconsin law, under our Constitution.
So it'd be January of next year.
Yeah, it would be. And so you've got to wait that long. But here's the interesting thing, Tom, and I think far more important. Scott Walker can't do this without Republican legislators, some of whom represent working-class, blue-collar towns, many of whom represent a lot of public employees. And many of those legislators are elected on a 4-year cycle. We can begin recalling them, should we choose to, immediately.
Wow. Okay. John Nichols, on the ground in Madison. Get out there if you can. John Nichols, thenation.com. Thanks so much for being with us, John.